Good morning, students. Today we will start with the lecture Module 2 IoT and Middleware of IoT. In the previous Module 1, we learned about some layers of IoT, then 4 pillars, 3 I's as well as 5 A's, telematics, then the RFID, wireless sensor network, then SCADA, this all things we learned in the module 1. The module 2 is about how the IoT layer is structured as well as the middleware of IoT between the application layer as well as the base layer. These are the things we are going to learn in this module 2. The first topic of this module 2 is DCM. Okay. So in this DCM, 3 layers of IoT, then what is DCM, then basics of device, connect, and some sensor, which is used in the devices, as well as the list of sensor and its types are discussed in this today's topic. So before moving into DCM, we can first learn the layers of IoT, 3 layers of IoT. So see the picture. These are the 3 layers. The base layer is sensor layer. The intermediate layer is known as network layer. Third layer is application layer. So we all know we are using IoT applications. We are merging IoT and cloud computing. So in the base layer, we must need some device to capture the data from the environment or from the device, whatever it is. Okay, we need to collect the data. This data can be collected with the support of sensors, various types of sensor. Okay, that's why this IoT is mainly supported by the backbone called the sensor layer. Okay, it may be video sensor, embedded electric, it may be a camera, whatever it is. Okay, the base is sensor layer. The network, second one is network layer. Okay, so this network can be wired network, wireless network, satellite, Wi-Fi technologies, anything that can be supports to connect or transfer the sensor data to the cloud. Okay, that is why this is called as network layer. And the third one is application layer. This application layer is used to process the data what we captured from the various types of sensor. Okay, sensor as well as the data captured from the environment. Okay, that is done in the application layer. So this data can be either stored in the data center, or the data stored in the data center can be processed with the support of some data science technology, AI technology, to make a decision, to come to a conclusion. So this can also be known as deployment layer. So these are the 3 layers which is mainly used in the IoT. Okay, sensor layer, network, and application layer. So our first topic is DCM. The expansion for DCM is device, connect, and manage. Okay, so in this first one is device. That device is supported in the sensor layer. Okay, so this is the expansion for DCM. D represents device, C represents connect, and M represents a manage. Okay, in another form, this DCM can be called as DNA. Okay, so device, network, and application. Okay, so connect can be done with the support of network. Then data management can be done by the application layer. So another form of DCM is DNA. Okay, so this IoT system architecture may contain 9 layers such as device, connectivity, data collection, communication, then data rules, application, and integration. So this all things are managed by this DCM to connect to the IoT devices. Okay, so see this expansion in the table. Device, it may be a local ad hoc network or embedded system, sensor activator. From some device we are collecting the data or information. So we are learning about IoT. So in this device we are using a sensor or activator. Okay, then second one is connect. This can be a either machine type communication or pervasive network, wired connection, whatever may be. Then come to the M, which is manage or application. So, which is vertical application or server side middleware platform or data management techniques, which is used in the management or application side. So, the DCM, or also known as DNA, device network and application. So, these are used in the three layers of IoT, such as sensor layer, network layer, and application layer. Okay, so this chapter only covers the details of this DCM, device connect and manage. Okay, this is the chapter given, concept given in the chapter 4. So in this, we will learn about only a device. Okay. So what is meant by device? Some device which is used to uh, talk with the user or talk to the environment or talk to the human beings. Okay. So the device can be separated into two types called as inherent intelligence or inert and must be enabled. Okay, inherent intelligence means we are embedding a particular device with some type of sensor. Okay, example, our TV, we are controlling our TV from our place using the remote control. Then air conditioner, AC, fridge, this all devices can be controlled with the support of the uh, device which is we are handling. Okay, with the support of remote. Okay, so these are the devices which is controlled with the support of some sensor. So this kind of devices are called as inherent intelligence devices. Okay, then another set of device called as inert or must be enabled devices, which means it may be a animal, furniture, whatever may be the devices which will not move or maybe move, that would be embedded or that may become a smart device by wearing a RFID tag. Okay, so by wearing an RFID tag, the animal can be monitored where it is moving, number of animals in a particular forest. This all data can be captured with the support of this RFID tag. Okay, so this kind of devices are called as inert or must be enabled devices. Okay, so the under devices, we are learning about two types of devices. Inherent intelligence, which means a particular device which is already embedded with some type of sensor to capture the data. A device is embedded with the sensor. Okay, then second type is inert and must be enabled devices, which is called as either an animal, table, door, whatever it is, which is weird with RFID tag to capture the data. Okay, so that's why this is called as inert or must be enabled devices. So in these devices, we need to know the concept of sensor as well as the activator. Okay, sensor, activator, and transducer. These are the three basic major concept of the device. Okay, so first one is sensor. So what is meant by sensor? A device that sense a physical change in some characteristics, and based upon that it change the responses for some execution. Okay, it is sensing the changes in the surrounding environment, or it's sensing some data, or it's sensing some physical changes. Okay, example, we can say heat or force converted to electrical signal. Okay, they're measuring the temperature, we're measuring the weight of our body. Okay, this all are some force that would be converted into either numerical energy or signal, whatever it may be, by sensing something. Okay, so sensor means it's a device, it performs only a input function. Okay, then what is activator? Devices which perform output function, that are called as activators. Okay, so this can be used to control the external devices. So sensor is an input device and the activator is an output device. Then the third one is transducer. So this transducer is a combination of both sensor as well as activator, which means it sends some data. Based upon that, it actively performs something. Okay, better example we can consider a microphone. Okay, it is converting the electrical signal into sound waves, whatever we are hearing. Okay, so this is called as sensor, then activator and transducer. Okay, so a sensor is an input device which only sends the physical changes or some characteristics, and it responds based upon the some input what it is accepting. Then activator, it is a device, it perform output function, and it is called as activator. It is used to control the external device. Then transducer, it's a combination of both sensor and detector, which collectively known as transducer. Okay, then these are some types of sensor we can use in various devices. So this gas sensor, piezo bend sensor, this some sensors we already know if you done some IoT relevant projects. Amplifier we know. Okay, this is some little kind of different sensor. Light on IR remote sensor, then solar cell, tire sensor to maintain or check the quality of the tire, we can use this kind of tire sensor. Okay, then IRDA sensor, digital infrared, pin diode sensor, reflection sensor, so gyro sensor. These all are some examples of sensor. Based upon the situation as well as environment condition, we can adopt this sensor to the particular devices. We can embed this sensor to the devices, and we can make that devices into inherent intelligence device using this sensor. Okay, then these are list of sensor and its types, which means where this particular sensor can be applied or used. Okay, so this geophone, hydrophone, lace sensor, microphone, and semitometer sensor. This all can be used in the acoustic and sound related or vibration related information. If you want to grasp or capture, we can use this kind of sensor, geophone, hydrophone, etc. sensor. Then next is automotive transportation. So automotive vehicle or automotive machine or in the transportation, we can use the types of sensor called as oxygen sensor, parking, then speedometer, speed sensor, temperature sensor, turbine sensor. Okay, this all are vehicle relevant sensor. Okay, if you are going to do some IoT relevant project, you can easily fetch the types of sensor from this. Okay, if your project is relevant to automotive or small vehicle creating, means you can use this kind of IoT sensor. Okay, then chemical. In place of chemical, we can use carbon dioxide sensor, then catalytic bead sensor, chemical field sensor, okay, infrared point sensor. In the chemical field, this kind of sensors are used. Then electric current, electric potential, and magnetic radio. In these places, we already know about ammeter. We learned in our school days, right? Ammeter, multimeter, ohm meter. This also comes under a types of sensor which could be supported in the electrical or magnetic field. Okay, then environment, weather monitoring, moisture and humidity. Most of the small mini projects are comes under this area. The students will do weather monitoring, then humidity. So in that kind of projects, you can use this gas sensor, gas detector. Then if it is a leaf detecting project, in that places we can use leaf sensor, rain sensor. Okay, so various kinds of sensors available for environment as well as weather monitoring. Then flow or fluid velocity, we can use mass flow sensor and water meter. Then to identify the force and density level, the force gauge, level sensor, magnetic level gauge, these are used. Okay, the next one is radiation. So in place of radiation, we can use cloud chamber, partial detector, wire chamber, etc. then navigation in the field of air force, airplanes, in that places, this airspeed indicator, altimeter, attitude detector. So based upon your project, you can choose the sensor from this list. Okay, so these are the list of sensor and in which fields this kind of sensors are mainly supported. Okay, then optical light and imaging sensor. For that, we can use LED light sensor, then photo multiplier, photoelectric sensor. So this can be used. Then position, angle, displacement, as well as speed and acceleration. So for this, the capacitive free fall sensor, linear variable differential sensor, odometer, then position sensor. Okay. Then, in place of pressure and proximity presence, barograph, then Doppler radar, then these are some sensor technologies. We can use the intelligence sensor, image sensor, okay, various kind of sensor we can use for underwater acoustic detection, pressure detection, okay, in any kind of environment as well as projects. We have various kinds of sensor available to capture the data from the environment. Okay, so for any kind of projects you can use this type of sensor to complete the IoT project. Okay, in thermal and heat temperature, then these are some other sensor which is used in various kinds of technique. Okay, so, our second module, the first half is only based upon DCM, device, connect, as well as manage. The device is only about the sensor, activator, and transducer. Major thing we are covering in the device is sensor, because in IoT we are capturing data with the support of sensors only. That's why we learned about various types of sensor and where that types of sensor can be applied and used. Okay. In the upcoming lecture, we will learn about connect as well as manage. Okay. Thank you.